What's up? Welcome to DFS Today with me, Dan Dorrett, your degenerate for the day. I'm going to be talking about a bunch of stuff here. I am pretty excited. I'm going to show you guys quickly my setup that I've had going on all day today at in my office. So just to give you an idea of what I've been doing, this is me. This is the laptop I'm using right now. I have a phone with a projector set up right there. And right there, I have another game. Not doing the stream, man. It's March Madness. It's college basketball. It's basketball season. We are in the swing of things. This is, this is prime time for NBA. This is prime time for college basketball. We're here. We're going to talk a little DFS. I'm going to tell you guys some plays that I like later on. For everybody listening to this on the podcast version, I have a TV set up with a projector. I have my work computer, and I have my laptop all set up with games all on them. And I actually had my PlayStation set up over here as well today. It was one of those days where I just sat in here and I let my staff do all the work. But let's get to what you guys came here for. Top favorite play of the day for cash. This guy's a staple in cash this year, and that is LeBron James. I prefer LeBron over Harden for cash. I definitely will have Harden in GPP exposure along with Chris Paul. If Cleveland's going to do anything tonight against a team like Portland, Larry Nance is out. It's going to be on LeBron's shoulders. So we need LeBron to step his game up, which he's been doing all year. His floor's like mid-50s. It's been consistently in the mid-50s. Not to mention he has the upside of about 60 to 70. So look, I believe Hood's going to be out tonight as well. Larry Nance is out tonight as well. So I mean, it's a lot of it's going to fall on LeBron. So Vespers, thank you for stopping by today. The biggest difference between cash and GPP, cash games are your solid. You want solid floors. You want guys who are going to give you. They're going to give you 5 to 6x return on their value. So if a guy is 4K on DraftKings or FanDuel, you want a 5x return on that at least, which is going to put him at 20 fantasy points. Fantasy scoring is broken down a few different ways. You have on DK, you get 1.5 for a rebound and 1.25 for an assist. I might have flipped that the wrong way, but just building out your projection models and trying to figure out who's going to give you that solid floor of at least a 5x return. You really want to try to shoot for a 5.5 to 6x return, which isn't that much. And LeBron, even though he's up there in price, he has consistently been giving us a 6 to 7x return almost every night. If you guys have any other questions, please feel free to throw them in chat. I will be more than happy to answer those for you. Some other guys I like tonight. Is that because cash leagues pay for half of the league and GPPs is like top 5% or something like that is the question? Yes, that's why. 50-50 games, 50% of the field's going to win. To where GPPs, it's normally like a 15 to 20% of the tournament is going to win. So that's the biggest difference. Looks like Loyola Chicago is about to lose. That's not good for my bankroll. But that is the biggest difference, is the way that it pays out. Cash leagues pay out 50%. GPPs pay out. Sometimes it is only the top 5%, but normally it's in the 10 to 15% range. So Miles Turner and Thad Young, Sabonis is out tonight. And the price point on both these guys, these are lower priced guys. Turner's been seeing about 30 minutes of action, and Thad's been seeing a little bit more with Sabonis. Oh my God. I'm so sorry, guys. But Loyola Chicago I'm on a delay because I'm watching through a stream online, and Loyola Chicago just hit like a half-court shot to win the game. And I had them money line all the way. Oh my God. So Thad's going to see Thad and Turner should both see an uptick in minutes. And in that case, production as well. So looking at these guys, let me pull up their price points really quick so I can give you a more accurate reading on that. I apologize. Why I'm pulling this up so I can explain this a little bit better. Another guy I'm interested in tonight is Nick Batum. He's been looking like a real triple-double threat the past about 5 to 7 games. I think it's in the last 11 to 12 games, which is what I have written down here. He's had at least 7 assists. So he's a real triple-double threat right now. He's getting the minutes. There's been an uptick in minutes. And the thing is most of the guys on the slate tonight for shooting guard aren't they are not really looking like they're more so just scorers, right? They're not guys that are going to fill it in all the way around. So getting back to this really quick, Thad Young's coming in at 5.4. I'm going to jump back and forth, and I do apologize, but I want to try to get you guys as much information as possible. So Thad Young's coming in at 5.4. So we need him to reach 5.5. We need 30 points. And Sabonis is out, and Thad's going to probably see somewhere mid 30 minutes tonight. There's going to be an uptick there. And Miles Turner is another guy who is coming in at 6.8K. So he's going to need about 37.4, and he's definitely going to see over 30 minutes tonight as well. So we need to you got to keep stuff like that in mind when you guy like Sabonis goes out for he's done. Like he's not done, but he's not playing tonight. And he's both of these. So that's part of the reason why is I had this stuff pulled up earlier and I forgot to jot it down. But that's what we're looking at for these two guys. So I mean, they're true cash viable options. There's a huge the pace here is going to be a nice pace as well. Back to Nick Batum. So he's had 7 assists in the last 11 to 12 games. And that's most shooting guards, like I said, all they really do is score, and he's giving you all around stats. And if Lamb's out again tonight, which I haven't seen anything to confirm that quite yet. He is still a game time decision, but if Lamb's out again tonight, that's going to be more minutes for him, to where if Lamb plays, I'm a little bit lower on Batum, but I'm still on him for cash. And Nick Batum in this game against Atlanta, he's also cheaper than guys like Kemba and Dwight. So we need to keep that in mind as well when we're trying to build this lineup, because we have a nice little, it's a nice little like 8-9 game slate. It's a nice little 9 game slate. I normally don't count the games unless I'm trying to make it, give you that particular thing, but that's not really something I look at most of the time, because there's a lot of options tonight. It's not like last night to where it was a 4-game slate and there were a ton of injuries. Prince is a guy I'm looking at tonight with Bazemore out. Bazemore out, he's going to see an uptick in minutes, and Bazemore is going to be replaced with a guy like Isaiah Taylor and Tyler Doris. They're not really scorers, so the scoring is going to fall more so onto a guy like – hold on one second. Why am I not seeing this now? Do not want to be giving – I know I saw that somewhere earlier, and now am I going crazy? I'm not going crazy. Sorry. So Bazemore's out. Taylor and Dorsey are who's going to be replacing him, and they're not really scorers. He's been putting up massive numbers. His minutes are up. The aggression's up. You see him driving to the hoop more. You see him taking more shots. In his last 2 games, he's put up 60 and 48 fantasy points. So that shows why the price is slowly ticking up. Not only is the price slowly ticking up, but also the production's going up as well. So when you look at his recent game log from a fantasy standpoint, he is put up, which he had a dud against Indy, but you take that out in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take out of the last 6 games, his lowest scoring game has been 27.1, which, I mean, that's a little bit under 5 for the return on value if that's what he does tonight, but I'm expecting him to do a little bit more than that. And he's been someone we've been on here at Hoopball most of the season anyway, if not all of the season. So, you know, there's a lot to take into consideration when you look at these guys. So we got moving on. All right. So next guy I want to talk about is CJ McCollum. There's a $2,300 difference between him and Lillard on DK, which makes him the DK play out of those two guys. That's about a 12 to 15 fantasy point difference. I'm going to take the cheaper guy there with both these guys can easily give you the same amount of production. And when he's coming in at 7,300, I mean, that's easily a reason to be on him. Joel Embiid, he is always a solid guy. He has that solid floor. There's 2 centers I'm looking at tonight, really. Three centers as well, because we do have Miles Turner, but the other center I'm looking at is Dwayne Dedmon if you want a cheaper option. He doesn't really. You only need about a 12-10 game at a sub 5K value. I will. Dwayne asked, with Capella out, who gets the bump? I will get back to that in just 1 second. So give me 1 second. Now we'll get back to that. That actually broke pretty much as I was getting ready to come on air. So I did not see that. I'm going to try to do that analysis on air. I'm just going to kind of go to it while I'm looking at it. With me, that's going to give Black a bump and Mambamute a bump as well. It might give a small bump to a guy like PJ Tucker. He might see a few more minutes tonight, but that's really going to be about it from that standpoint. I will send out a tweet shortly after I get off air to give you a little, and I know you follow me, Dwayne, and I do appreciate that. If you guys are not following me, you can follow me on Twitter and hit me up with any question anytime. It's at Real D Dorrett. Make sure you're following Hoopball Fantasy on Twitter as well as Hoopball Tweets. We're going to give you all your breaking news as it comes out with those 2 Twitter accounts. So Black's going to get a bump. I'm going to give Mbamute a little bit of bump and possibly PJ Tucker. I will clarify that a little bit more after the show. Only because I want to make sure I get through everything, which I know we have some time before lineup block, but that is a little bit of an adjustment I need to make as well. Moving on, Jay Crowder is another guy that I am interested in tonight for cash. All these guys I've mentioned so far are cash, and please keep in mind if I don't clarify that they're not a GPP play, they are also good for GPP, unless I say otherwise as far as from my eyes. One guy that I'm not really looking at GPP tonight is Embiid. I actually need to go back to that to clarify that. I'm more so going to be looking at Dedmon and Turner from a GPP standpoint tonight. So where were we? Sorry, I keep losing my place, and I apologize about that, guys. Just going back between a bunch of different screens and my notes that I have here in front of me. Jay Crowder has a huge map. The Jazz has a great matchup tonight against Phoenix. It's going to be a huge bump in pace. And Gobert's at 9K, so it kind of takes him out of it. Rubio's price is going up. Mitchell's kind of taking a step back. I have slight interest in Mitchell tonight, just kind of from a gut standpoint. The kid's good. He's kind of fallen a little bit off as Rubio's came back and he's healthy. But Crowder's at least going to give you 24 minutes tonight. You know, he's like, I can't say at least because there could be something that could happen, but he's coming in at 5.4K. on FanDuel and sub 5K on DraftKings. So you're looking at him only needing about 30 fantasy points here You're looking at him only needing about 30 fantasy points here today to reach value. And he's been playing in the mid to late 30s. He's been playing mid to late 30s as of late. So with that in consideration, you've got to take that in there. And 2 of his last 3 games, he's given us close to like a 6x return as well. This next guy I want to talk about, I dug into this a lot earlier in the day. And all the research I did on this guy kind of got blown up. And that's Luke Kennard, Reggie Bullock, and Dwight Bucks. Both were questionable leading into the day, and it looks like they both are gonna play today from everything I've seen. But Luke Kennard's a guy I like now from a GPP standpoint if this game gets out of hand. Either way, I see him getting most of the run and letting these guys rest to get a little bit healthier. Jarrell Martin is the last guy I'm really looking at from a cash standpoint, especially if Tyreek Evans remains out. If Evans remains out, Martin's going to see a lot of run tonight. And the price is down, the production's up, the minutes would be up in that essence. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. And as Jarrell's not a guy I'm fully interested in, but he's someone that I do like from a standpoint of if he fits, I'm okay with playing him. These next couple guys, I just have a few notes jotted down on them. Next guys, I have a few notes jotted down on them. There's not, I don't have much research. It's just kind of guys that stuck out to me due to what I saw earlier on in the day. And Dwayne says Evan Turner is a sneaky tournament play. I'm going to take a gander at this really quick because why not, right? He's not someone that stuck out to me at all. He's coming in at 4.2K on FanDuel. You know what? I might go down to PJ Tucker if there's someone I like up a little bit higher. But with him in that price range of about 4.2, there's no one else I really like up above that until I get to TJ Warren for GPPs. But, I don't disagree with that. Evan Turner is a sneaky tournament play. He has, the production's been there. This Cleveland defense hasn't been great. His minutes have been up the last 2 games. So if he continues on that path, you're absolutely right. That is a sneaky tournament play today. All signs can point to that, and Dwayne, I wouldn't be surprised if you get him into one of my lineups just by throwing it out there and pointing that out to me. And that's what we're here for, guys. We're here to help everybody. Yeah, I know I'm the one sitting here talking, but we have a chat for a reason. And if you're listening to this through the pod and you can jump on every day, the show is going to be between 5 and 5:30. Most of the time it's scheduled for 5:15. That's just the kind of time I like because it gives me enough time to finalize lineups and everything like that afterwards. And 5 o'clock is kind of when that late breaking news rolls in. So that's when it starts to roll in. So you guys are more than welcome to jump in there and give me some feedback as well. I appreciate that. So these last 4 guys, well, not really 4, the last 5 guys, I've kind of touched on Harden and Chris Paul already. They're both GPP plays. They're playing against the Clippers. It's going to be a good game. I feel like these guys are going to get up for this game because it's a revenge game for Chris Paul. Dario Sark's coming in at 6.5K. If he's in tonight because he is questionable. Last time I saw, I have not seen anything else about that. He's a plus matchup tonight against New York, and he's been playing 30-plus minutes when he's in. Next guy I want to talk about is Moutier. He's coming in at 4.6 play. His minutes are up. Courtney Lee's minutes are down. Tim Hardaway Jr. is questionable. If Hardaway Jr. is questionable, I feel like that solidifies Moutier's minutes even more if THJ is out. Last guy I want to talk about is TJ Warren. Booker is questionable. If if we get word that Booker's definitely playing tonight, I have interest in Booker as well. TJ Warren is better on DK than he is on FanDuel because the price is cheaper. But if Booker is out or his minutes are limited at all, TJ Warren becomes pretty much that number one scoring option. So I have a couple other things I want to talk to you guys. That's pretty much it for DFS today. But as always, I'm going to go through these NBA lines. And I'm also going to talk about some games I like. Some games I like from the. Talking a lot. Sorry, cotton mouth. NCAA games I like. I like Davidson plus 4.5. St. Bona plus 5.5. Buffalo plus 9.5. I like Arizona to go far, but I think that spread's a little big. Tomorrow, I like UMBC plus 22.5. They shoot the three well, and if they can dictate the pace at all, I like that. And Providence plus 2.5. They're kind of the games that I'm looking at from a NCAA standpoint. Just wanted to throw it out there because it's kind of fun. This is a heck of a time for basketball, so why not, right? Looking at these NBA lines, I like the over in Houston and the Clippers. I like the over in Phoenix and Utah. I kind of like Cleveland plus the 5.5. If that gets to 6, I'm even more interested. I might buy the hook. If it gets to 6, I'm probably going to buy the hook. And that's really all that's sticking out to me for my like from what they've changed from early on. Indiana plus 4, I have slight interest in, but I'm probably not going to touch it with all the NCAA stuff going on. New Orleans plus 4.5 is also interesting as well because San Antonio is kind of reeling. And they need to win. So, but I just like that New Orleans team a little bit more. And if you guys have any final questions for me, please feel free to throw them in chat now. If not, I am going to go ahead and sign off here. And I will see you guys next week. All right, guys. Well, it has been a fun show. I really enjoyed doing this with you guys again today. I hope you guys are making money as I am. And you know what? It's been one of those days to where we just had a ton of fun. So, as always, you guys know how I end these shows. I'm out. Peace.